contest is scheduled for one fall with a 5-minute time limit. Now making his way to the ring from Charlotte, North Carolina, R.I.C.K. Rick, F.L.A.R.E. Flair, Rick Flair! And his opponent, making his way to the ring from parts unknown, he is the leader of the Technicos, and a Matt Classic! Okay, Ric Flair is back in the AWL. Have not seen him since January at the Oshogatsu Taikai, and he's facing off against the leader of the Technicos, the oldest of the old school, Matt Classic. This should be a classic. Okay, yeah, horrible line. I want to welcome you guys, didn't get a chance to properly welcome everyone to the Golden War, the return of the AWL after a month or so hiatus. We are back and in business. Our show tonight started with the debut Battle Royal. That's such a big deal, we had to go straight to the in-ring action. Finally able to slow down and talk a little bit. Wait a minute, the Claw! Classic Claw! A new variant of the Classic Claw. Haven't seen him do that from the mount position before. Classic Claw, of course, Matt Classic's signature submission maneuver. And Flair, Flair gets a vertical suplex from Classic, the man who invented the vertical suplex. But he comes back with a very nice snapmare takedown, and the dirtiest player in the video game hits a spinal tap. Not pleasant. And here we go, following it up, a second spinal tap. Okay, Matt Classic, of course, the leader of the technical wrestler faction, the Technicos. And the Technicos will be fielding one participant, one challenger, in tonight's Anarchy title match, along with the Puro Sentai Resurrenger and Big Business. Belly-to-belly overhead, and thankfully Matt Classic remains in the ring. We have a brand new member of the AWL roster. If you saw our previous video, the debut Battle Royal, you know who it is. I'm not going to spoil it yet. And, uh-oh, potentially huge risk here as Ric Flair goes up to the top rope and hits clothesline from the top. That is our Ric Flair, R-I-C-K-F-L-A-R-E. When our Ric Flair goes to the top rope, he actually hits things. Flew through the air with the greatest of ease, had a huge flying clothesline to the back of Matt Classic's head, to the back of his mask, I should say. And now, Ric Flair in the green zone, Matt Classic, solid yellow. That's how it works in the AWL. If you look at the two names at the top of your screen, wrestler will begin in the green zone. As he absorbs more and more damage from the opponent, he will go from green to yellow to red. When you're in the red zone, your opponent can use their Hisatsuwaza, their ultimate technique, their finishing move, against you, and you can very easily be pinned. You can see from the name meters right now, the energy meters, Ric Flair in the green, Matt Classic in the yellow, and significant damage just under Ric Flair after that arm drag. Matt Classic did not invent the arm drag, but he was the first man to use it in a professional wrestling capacity. Matt Classic has invented in his very, very long career a lot of the moves that everyday wrestlers take for granted. Matt Classic started wrestling back in the early 50s, and wait a minute, here we go, styling and profiling, knee drop from Ric Flair, the coach flying, taxi riding, grope Dealin', wheelin', dealin', son of a bitch. I don't know, I can't do that right. Nice DDT takes Classic into a red zone. He's vulnerable now to, of course, what else would Flair's finishing move be but the figure 4 leg lock. If Flair can lock in that figure 4, this match is over. Wait a minute, may not need it. It's a small package. 1, 2, 3! That's it! The slowest count in wrestling hits 3. Gentlemen, hit the bell. Thank you. Actually, you already did that. I'm an idiot. Announcer boy, please. Here's your winner, Ric Flair! Alright, we are rolling right along in the Golden War. Coming up next, it's going to be Tiger Mask, the Japanese legend, versus Wrestler X, the captain of copyright infringement. Stay tuned. AWL, click preview, animated